stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas. To those guests who've just joined us, welcome. Our next stop is the Magic Kingdom. For those of you standing, please hold on to the handrails throughout our journey and stay clear of the doors. Stay clear of the doors. Ladies and gentlemen, we are approaching our station at the entrance to Main Street, USA.
Welcome aboard the Monday Morning Monorail podcast. This is Justin Monorail, and this is episode number 238 of the Monday Morning Monorail podcast. Today's Monday, February the 3rd. Happy February, everyone. 2025, and we've got a jam-packed show for you today. We're going to talk about some February park refurbishments, so you're prepared if you're going to be traveling down to the parks in the next month. We're going to talk about some Walt Disney World news, as we always do, and we'll probably talk about chicken tendies, because boy, do we love chicken tendies. But before we get into any of that, I've got to welcome in my partner in crime for the day. We're down one. Landon's taking a little more time off. We're giving him all the time he needs because that's what friends do. And friends also pick up the slack when you need them to. And that's what we're going to do today. But I'm going to have some help. So let's bring in my partner today, the one, the only, Stephers. Stephers, welcome to the Monorail. How are you today?
Hungover. Get inside. Tired. Listen, if you're watching on YouTube, we don't talk about it, you know? We're just gonna let it happen. If you're listening to this, we're still gonna let it happen. No,
I wasn't even gonna bring up the hangover, Stephers. I was gonna leave that.
Yeah, well, if you look at me, you could probably, they'll be like, why didn't she get dressed for the day? Well, y'all, listen here. I made cinnamon rolls and some coffee, and here I am.
I love the fact, so if you're watching on YouTube, you're seeing lots of things right now. You're seeing Stephers in her grandma sweater. She looks like she should be crocheting.
Attacking me. Listen, you could do this show yourself. I don't even need to be here.
I didn't say I want to do it by myself. I'm just, all I'm doing is observational humor. The other thing you're seeing is I'm wearing my SeaWorld hat today.
Because we are the official podcast of SeaWorld.
Forever, even though we don't really talk about it.
Even though we don't. Yeah, that's all good. That's fine.
I got to figure out what's going on, though. When I wear this headset, it's messing up my green screen behind me. So it's like making little holes. I just want this to look like I'm standing in front of the Rapunzel bathrooms. That's where everybody wants to be on a Sunday or Monday morning, don't they? Outside the Rapunzel bathrooms. And this is ruining the illusion. But anyway, you can see it if you go check out the YouTube. Monday Morning Monorail on YouTube. Our podcasts are being posted there every week now. It's very, very exciting. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, Stephers, I wanted to ask you a question. Yesterday, you sent us a picture of Jell-O shots. Did you make the Jell-O shots with tequila? Is that what those were? No. What was in the Jell-O shots?
I made it with vodka.
Okay.
That's what people
standard.
do. Oh, yeah. That's what people do. And I wasn't trying to stray from the path because it was my first time making them. And I was like, I don't know. Let me not fork this up.
And this was all for Gimli's birthday?
Let's not talk about it, okay? But yes, okay. My friends made Gimli some like treats. Mm-hmm. I made Gimli some treats, and then obviously the humans had plenty to consume.
I'm sure that you did. It looked like a good time.
No, none of that. I don't want your shaming.
I'm definitely not shaming you, Stephers. Listen, I went over to Epcot on Friday for another round of farts to try some things that I hadn't tried yet and try a couple, food, drink items. For the most part, I was pretty successful. I did try the beef Wellington that I didn't get last time. That one comes from the Craftsman's Courtyard. Beef Wellington inspired croissant supreme is what it's called. And I wish I would have read that full name before I ordered it because it's a lot of bread. And then you get slices of the beef Wellington on top of the bread. So I feel like last year there was a deconstructed beef Wellington, but it was less bread. I could be totally remembering this wrong, but that's what I remember. I think it was less bready. But this is good. It's got cream spinach croissant pinwheel, mushroom gorgonzola ragu, mustard grilled flank steak, and then red wine sauce and pickled mustard seeds. I would give that one a solid, I think I said 7.5 out of 10. It was good. I do recommend it. I also tried the coffee old-fashioned cocktail, which is Joffrey's Coffee Cold Brew, Simple Syrup, Orange Bitters, Jim Beam, Kentucky Straight Bourbon. Now, listen, I'm a guy who likes an old-fashioned, but I don't think you need to add coffee to it. To me, we started to venture into almost like a espresso martini kind of a taste with this thing. And that's not what I'm going for with an old-fashioned.
That's not the vibe. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to taste that bourbon with just a tiny bit of the sweetness and the bitters and orange. But no, this was very coffee forward. So just FYI. I mean, you may love it if you're a espresso martini person who wants to try an old fashioned. This could be a good on-ramp for you, actually, to put it quite frankly.
On-ramp? Are we traveling on I-4 heading to Disney World?
Every day of my life.
Okay, just checking.
I didn't try these, but we stopped at the, this was Cocktail Bob and I, not the Royal We, although sometimes I do refer to myself that way. We stopped at the Painted Panda, and Bob got the General Tso's chicken shumai, which are dumplings filled with chicken, potato, onion, and water chestnut topped with General Tso's. How do you say that? TSO.
General Tso?
That's what I've always said. Is that correct?
So there's two versions, I think, but I think the one that you're talking about is General Tso.
Yeah. What's the other version?
I think I think there's one with an A.
Oh.
General Tso, General Tso. Okay, listen. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe places just don't know how to spell. I really don't know. I just eat.
Yeah, well, same. But Bob generously offered me one of the dumplings. I didn't try it because at this time I had already had way too much food. But he said it was good. Now, this booth is interesting because this is where the Silk River Hard Lemonade comes from. If you've seen anyone posting Festival of the Arts pictures on Instagram, you may have seen this particular cocktail because it's the pink one with the pink. It's like pink sprinkles around the rim.
That sounds like your favorite drink.
That's what I'm saying. Well, so I didn't realize this is where that came from. And when we came around the corner, I saw, because they had some like pre-made, and I was like, oh, this is where that fancy pink drink comes from. This one it's vodka, lavender, coconut syrup, and lemonade.
No more vodka. No more vodka. Please, I beg.
I didn't get it, but I've seen it and it does look very pretty. And if you know me, if you've been riding the monorail long enough, you know, if I go out for drinks with my friends at some point, I'm going to end up with a pink drink. It just happens.
Correct. Can confirm.
I was trying to figure out why that happens.
Wait.
I don't go seeking pink drinks. But I think it's just very typically...
You like the flavors.
Yeah, there's like, what I read a description of a cocktail, I'm like, oh, those things sound good together. And then it comes out pink. And I'm like, of course it is.
I will say, when we got drinks, you got like a green... No, I got a green drink. You got a blue drink? Or vice versa. We got colored drinks that weren't pink when we got drinks.
That's true.
So he does stray from the path, but typically it's still some form of pink.
Yeah, and I'm not ashamed of it. Real men drink pink drinks. All right, last thing I'm going to update, and then we can move on.
Okay.
We stopped at Fictional Victuals. I saved this for last because this one was highly debated when we were reading the Festival of the Arts menu. This is where you get the squid ink pasta with the lump crab. It's also where you get the charred octopus. And so I got both of those because I was really interested in trying both things. And here's the surprising report. The charred octopus was very disappointing. Also,
no,
I'm pretty.
Octopus.
I do too. I'm pretty sure when they first started serving this, you got the tentacle like intact because it was sort of part of the whole plate, you know. But now they're chopping it into bites, and I think that's causing it to be overcooked. And also, it very much reminded me of like a jambalaya because it has chorizo in it. Yeah, it's weird. It doesn't even list it here. So I'm holding you can't see it. It's invisible. I'm holding an invisible Festival of the Arts guide, but it lists it as crushed fingerling potatoes, which is true, Kalamata olives, which is true, capers, and romesco sauce. It also has chorizo. They've changed it, I bet.
Ain't no way they're going to reprint that.
Yeah. Well, the chorizo tastes like chorizo. If you like a spicy, kind of greasy sausage, it's in there. And the octopus is just too rubbery. It's just overdone. So if you're an octopus fan, I'm pretty sure last year they were like actually charring the octopus on a grill and then they would put it on the plate. This was, I mean, it was like it'd been sitting in a cooker, like a slow cooker all day.
I don't want that. No, thank you.
And then,
which sucks because I like octopus a lot.
Yeah. I mean, when it's done right, it's hard to beat.
Yeah.
But the squid ink pasta was a surprise for, I like squid ink pasta, which I have had it before. But like the lump crab, it's got truffle cream and then shaved truffle on top. I would give that a 8 out of 10, maybe 9. It was delicious and really, really filling. This is why I couldn't eat when we got to the China booth, because I ate both these plates. Bob didn't have any of them. But yeah, the squid ink pasta, highly recommend. So definitely go for that. Now, here's the other surprise that came from that booth. The Boyd and Blair Outest Fathom cocktail. I know.
I'm sorry. These names are kind of really okay. I'm going to say it. The last thing that you just said, the name of the booth that you just said, you could easily say that incorrectly and offend some people.
You really could.
Like, these names are not it, but it continues. Sorry.
Okay. No, you're right. So this is lime juice, simple syrup, juniper, and then Boyd and Blair vodka. My only complaint about this drink is they serve it in one of these like tippy plastic martini kind of cups. It's not even a martini. It's almost like what do you call those? A Nick and Nora, but it was like a little plastic one that felt like it was going to fall apart in my hand. And it was spilling all over the place, but it was surprisingly good. It had a really nice tart flavor to it.
I have never heard of that vodka brand.
I hadn't either.
Just for the record.
But it was good. So that was a surprising drink for me. And it was kind of purpley, so I guess it took the place of me getting a pink drink.
Pink drink. Yeah. Look at you go. Making it one sparkle at a time.
That's right. So those are my recommendations. We've still got a few weeks left of the Festival of the Arts. So as you know, it's a short festival and it does wrap up on the February 24th. So get out there. And now, from the things that I've tried, the food items, I got to tell you, I think that squid ink pasta might be at the top of the list. It's up there. If it's not
Have you had the squid ink pasta from Vivo?
No.
When Vivo was good? Okay. Vivo has good. So pre-COVID, they actually let you sit at the Vivo is a restaurant at City Walk at Universal for those who don't know. But they used to. I don't know if they ever reinstated this, but there's like a bar. It's not a bar, but essentially you're sitting behind a window glass pane and like you can watch them make it, like the pasta and stuff. So. I mean, I used to enjoy Vivo. I think I have to re-rank because the last few times we stopped going there because the last few times it was very inconsistent.
Oh, that's disappointing. Was it like post-COVID it started falling off, or is it more recent than that?
No, it was post-COVID. I mean, it's more recent than that. Like, what year are we in?
25.
Yeah, I mean, mostly. Okay, yeah. So I would say post-COVID because we haven't been back in a couple years to Vivo because we just decided to go to Big Fire instead.
Gotcha.
So, but they do have good squid ink pasta, or they did. So
there's this place in Times Square in New York City where you can you can get squid ink pasta. It was like this whole seafood pasta. It was like a shareable plate. It was literally, and it had lobster in it, like chunks of lobster in this pasta. It was so freaking good. That for me set the bar of squid ink pasta. For a Times Square restaurant, that's a rave because usually that's like touristy trap kind of places. But this place, pretty sure it's called Carmine's. I'd have to look it up and confirm, but I think that's what it was. So anyway, that's not Disney related, but it's a touristy.
Not at all.
It's a touristy place. People might go to.
Correct. You never know.
Yeah. So, anyways, and I would say right up there with it would be the wild mushroom risotto. Those two things are way
wow. It's really close to the risotto because you raved about that risotto.
Yeah, I like both of those things a lot.
Damn. Okay.
So go check them out. Let me know what you think. Bob did get the soft shell crab slider. I think he liked it. He ate the whole thing. I forgot to ask him for his review, but because by that time we'd met up with some other people and started lap 2 around World Showcase, which was a bad idea.
Well,
I gave in to peer pressure. Let's just say I may have chased a rabbit around the UK pavilion after that. And it really was there. It really was there.
He really did. He texted me, and let me tell you, I don't even remember the context of what you were texting me because I don't remember what I was even doing. But let me tell you, the text chain that I received that evening was very like, "Are you okay?"
Listen, I have little adventures sometimes.
And Adventures with Stephers. Listen, I get it. It's my gimmick. I understand. You gotta do what you gotta do.
There were adults that were there supervising. I was okay.
Aw, look at you having a little supervision. That's so cute.
Sometimes we all need to have a night off where we let other people be in charge. You know, that's how we get through life.
True.
Hey, I've got a recommendation for you if you're trying to think of a way to get through life in like a smart, like you're a pre-planner and you're trying to think about like, you know, I've got this vacation coming up. And I don't want to spend all my money on all that super expensive food in the parks. Maybe I want to save some money and have some food back in my resort. This is a great recommendation to help you get through life in a smart way. This is my segue.
It was great. I was letting you ride it. I
want to tell you about our affiliate, Vacation Grocery Delivery. This is, you know, our brand new program that we've started with some folks that we've met, good people, former Disney cast members, and they can help you. If you'd like to pre-order some groceries and have them delivered to your resort, plan it for the day you get there. Plan it for the next day, whatever you need to do. But you got to plan just remember at least 3 days ahead. Place your order so you make sure you get it. Their website is www.vacationgrocerydeliveryfl.com. Vacation Grocery Delivery. Easy online ordering. You can give them item-specific notes for preferences, flexible service for non-grocery items, and they have a special water delivery option for $4.49. Fees are $25 for delivery and then a 5% service fee. Use our promo code DISMornings. That's all one word, DISMORNINGS for $5 off any grocery order or $10 off any 2 items on the magical extras. Make sure to finalize your orders 3 days before delivery. Vacation Grocery Delivery, FL.com.
Sorry, I was thinking of a jingle and then it was delayed.
Did they ask us to write them a song?
Oh my gosh, we should see if we can write. Listen, Landon has this whole like jingle. I think we could pull one together.
I think we could.
Dismornings. Don't forget the S at the end.
Dismornings. It's just like the website, dismornings.com.
Correct.
Yeah. I mean, as we add to our partners and affiliates, they may not ask us to create songs for them, but I think we could just do it on our own.
I think we could just, you know, it's a great little, just you all come here for our quippy jingles. Like, don't lie. That's a really menacing mug you got there.
Yeah.
That was menacing, dude. Menacing.
Michael Myers on my coffee cup today.
True. All right.
Is it time to get into some real stuff?
I think so. There's a whole schedule that we need to discuss here.
Okay. So let's do it. Yeah. So as we like to do when we enter a new month, sort of like to give you a heads up so you can plan your trips. If you happen to be coming to the parks in February, I don't want you to be surprised in a negative way by an attraction that you were expecting to be able to ride not being available. So plan ahead. Don't be like me and go to Disneyland for one day and not realize the Matterhorn was down. So you didn't even get to ride.
That's okay. Okay. But respectfully, you saved yourself a trip to the chiropractor.
I was much younger then. I probably would have survived. At this point, I don't know. But
I mean, I am also young.
You are.
Ow.
It's still painful. Yeah. But I don't want this to happen to our friends, our Monorail family members. So let's talk about some refurbishments that are happening in February. Start at the Magic Kingdom, Stephers. Tell us what's closed.
Okay. Well, so everyone's not surprised, we've already talked about this, but we're going to keep repeating it until we get a reopening date. But Big Thunder Mountain Railroad is still closed. It'll reopen sometime in 2026. Hopefully, period.
I saw them. I don't know if you saw, but I did see pictures on social media of the new track flying in. They're actually already constructing the new track.
Crack in the track.
Yeah.
Hopefully not, because then that'll be like Fury 3. Never mind. Anyway, Astro Orbiter is also down, and that will reopen this summer. And then the Hall of Presidents is also closed, but we have absolutely no idea when that'll reopen. Respectfully, if it doesn't, I don't know if I'd be sad about it. So
it won't be missed.
Put the Muppets in there. Anyway.
Anything. The Astro Orbiter. I was shocked to see that they totally removed it from the platform. Like, the only thing left, it's gone.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so you look at Rocket Tower Plaza, there's a couple of the decorational kind of structures that were holding planets that are still up there. The ride is totally gone, which is insane. I didn't know it was going to be that kind of refurbishment.
I didn't know either. Well, I guess they're, putting some WD-40 where they need to put it. So good for them. Making sure that these rides are safe. I
guess so. I'm wondering when it comes back, is it going to have a whole new aesthetic? We did kind of talk about it was almost the last vestige of what old Tomorrowland looked like.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah. I mean, I would imagine it would be re-themed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying. Not re-themed, but flow better.
A fresh coat of paint or something. Yeah. Maybe it'll be the Incredibles. Who knows? They did the Contemporary in the Incredibles. So it could happen.
Fair.
All right. Over in Epcot, Test Track is still down. It closed back in June of last year, and we are still expecting a late summer reopening. But for now, Test Track is down. Also, the Grand Fiesta Tour, starring the three Caballeros, closed on January 6th, and we expect it to be back in mid-March. So hopefully gone just a short period of time, and they're just touching something. I don't think they're removing the whole ride like they did the Astro Orbiter.
No, hopefully not. Hollywood Studios, there aren't any refurbs, but we do want to just remind everyone that Mama Melrose's is closing on May. I had to do the mental math of what month that is. Melrose's?
Yeah, you got it.
What did I say?
You added extra S, I think, but it's okay.
Oh, listen, I work here. May 11th is when it closes. Pizza Rizzo is closing June 7th, as well as Muppet Vision 3D is closing on June 7th. So if you want to get on in there before you get on out there, you might want to do that. Also, I think Justin is marathon riding.
Yeah. We're planning a little official monorail event. So if you happen to be around or you're available May 16th, we're going to do a little farewell to Muppet Vision Day. We're going to do a marathon. So I'm planning to get over there maybe around like 10 o'clock. And we'll just do it as many times as we can. I was going to say ride it, but you don't really ride Muppet Vision. So we will experience Muppet Vision as many times as we can. And trust me, there's going to be some stops over at Baseline Tap House in between those viewings. But yeah, we're going to send Muppet Vision out on a high note. And I didn't want to do it in June because you never know. Like when these things get closer and closer to shutting down, sometimes they don't operate predictably.
And they're not going to put the effort to fix it, obviously, because they're getting rid of it. So.
Yeah. So May 16th.
Get it in its prime.
Also, May 16th is the anniversary of when Muppet Vision opened. So that's why we picked that day. It'll be its 30. I think it's 34, turning 34 this year. So.
Oh, that's.
I know it did
really sweet, but also kind of sad.
Yeah. I want to admit something right now.
Oh no.
I didn't. Listen, everybody. I'm dumb.
Oh, no. What did you do?
This is just me not realizing that Pizza Rizzo was a play on pizzeria. I didn't know that.
I made a face for y'all who saw my face, but for those who just listened to awkward silence, I made a face at Justin. Even I knew that, and I'm not even a huge Muppet person.
I just thought that, his name is Rizzo the rat.
Yeah, it is literally
I wondered why they put an E in it instead of just calling it Pizza Rizzo. I thought it was just Pizza Rizzo. But then it was just this week I spent some time thinking about Pizza Rizzo. It was. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. Is that supposed to be like pizzeria?
Oh.
Okay.
Better late than never. And at least you got it before it's gone.
Right.
So I'm proud of you. It only took you how long?
I didn't know what we had till it was gone. That's a song. Okay. Let's end my embarrassing admissions and go over to Animal Kingdom and just say that Kali River Rapids is currently down. It did close the same day as the Grand Fiesta Tour, January 6th, 25, but it will reopen soon in the spring of 25. I'm going to say April. I'm just going to guess that it's going to open in April. Maybe, hopefully, while spring break crowds are there and can take advantage of it. So it'll be back real soon. They always do this with it's a good time to refurb a water ride.
Rides. Yeah.
Yeah. So no big surprise there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I think that will do for this first segment. And that can only mean one thing. it's time to talk about some headlines. And if we're going to do that, we got to dive into the news. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dreamers of all shapes, sizes, ages, whatever you may be. We're back with the headlines from the Walt Disney World Resort. We have scoured the internet. We have posted articles on DizMornings.com. You can follow along if you'd like. Go check out our website, DizMornings.com, and you can read along to your heart's desire. But for now, we shall recite the news to you for your listening pleasure. So I know we're still in the Epcot Festival of the Arts time frame, but we're always looking ahead to what's coming next. And of course,
always,
Flogar is ahead of us.
Flogar.
That's right. Sorry. The Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival will return March 5th. And as part of that, there will be the Garden Rocks concert series. They always have lots of fun bands that come and play this show. And if you walk through the America Pavilion and visit the America Gardens Theater, there's a lot of really cool bands that you're going to be able to see this year. I mean, I'm just going to say there's more than 10. There's a lot of them.
Yeah, there are, actually.
Most of them play in a couple of days, which is good. I'm actually...
And a lot of them are... So some of these are like repeats from previous years. Like there are some like staple bands that I assume that they like to get every year. So like Simple Plan's coming back, which they've definitely played before. Plain White T's, I'm also pretty sure, has played multiple years in the past.
Yeah.
So there's a whole list.
There's 24 different bands.
If you would like us to recite all 24, we could, or you could check out this full list on DizMornings.com.
Yeah. We'll probably refer to it as we get into the Flower and Garden Festival. We can kind of give you a heads up of who's going to be playing that week. But I would say, I mean, you named a couple already. One that jumps out to me is Sugar Ray, because I feel like every time Sugar Ray plays Epcot, I happen to be there on that day. So I might as well go ahead and book a reservation for April 6th and 7th. I'll be there. I will see you, Mark McGrath, and I'm very excited. Let me just tell you, as a guy who was in high school when Sugar Ray was at their peak, like it's just the nostalgia just runs through my veins. I feel like I'm back in the 90s with my bleach blonde hair.
No, not the bleach blonde hair, dude.
Oh yeah,
no,
living the life. Little spikes
living
in
La
the
Vida
front.
Loca. Oh no.
Yeah, absolutely. No. It's really fun now to walk through and see all the moms going crazy, just living their best life. When Mark McGrath comes making his rounds through the theater. Oh, I don't know how he gets back to the stage alive, to be honest with you.
Let him live his best life.
He should be. I mean, ride that wave as long as you can. Of course, we got 98 Degrees playing. Is there anybody that jumps out, Stephers, that you see that you're like, I would love to be there for that show?
I mean, to be honest, not really. I would see Simple Plan. I think that they opened for Avril Lavigne. But there was like a huge storm here, so like we weren't able to like see the full show. So I think that they would put on a really good show. Plain White T's I saw when I was in 6th grade.
Okay.
I will tell you, I've seen videos. I think they sound exactly the same. So I'm not sure I would really see anyone else. I know, is it Jeremy? Mm-hmm. Always goes to see Blue October.
Oh yeah, he'll be there both days, I'm sure.
Yeah. But I've seen 38 Special, believe it or not, already in concert too. No, not really. Simple Plan, that's about it. Well, but I really just enjoyed the What's New Scooby-Doo? We're coming after you.
I love that they play that when they do their concerts too. They play the Scooby-Doo. It's like seeing the Bare Naked Ladies and they play the Big Bang Theory theme song on stage. It's so weird. It's like, yeah, okay, we know you did that, but like, anyway, now I expect to see Sheldon come on stage. Famously, the first concert I ever went to was Herman's Hermits and the Monkees. So I feel like, and I've never gone out of my way to go see Herman's Hermits when they've come to play an Epcot festival. Maybe I should this year. It'd be like a full circle moment. It'll be my last concert I ever see. March 21st and 22nd, Herman's Hermits starring Peter Noon will be there.
Bless you.
Yeah. There's a lot of, Flock of Seagulls. See, that's pretty cool because you could go ride Guardians of the Galaxy And I may have said this last year.
You probably
I'm having
did.
deja
I feel
vu.
like, yeah, I think you have, but that's okay. Say it again. Run it back.
Okay, well, you could go see Iran, like Flock of Seagulls is going to sing Iran, and then go run over to the American Gardens Theater.
100% said that last year. 100%.
I did. I know I did. Well,
It's okay though.
replaying the
But
hits.
you know what you actually can do though? You know where you can actually run?
Where?
Animal Kingdom.
Oh,
Because
yes, thank you.
let's tell the world. Listen, we all know that we love the animals and the new like announcements when there's a new animal.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying it like Basko because that makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
The Sumatran tiger cub has officially made his debut at Disney's Animal Kingdom. He was born last September and has made his debut in the
You got this.
Maharaja. Yeah, that sounds right.
Maharaja.
Okay, very close. It was very close. Jungle Trek in the Asia section of the theme park.
Yep.
And let me tell you, I saw this news article and I sent it to Justin and I said, look at this cutie. Absolute unit of a cutie. Like, I
really
would
is.
cuddle it. Don't. But
Well,
I would.
I think,
would.
he could still do some damage. Look at those giant paws. He's already got.
100%. Gimli's little tiny paws do plenty of damage. I don't want to see no tiger paw in my face. Like, that'll be not it. But very cute.
He does look like the most beautiful baby boy.
He really does. So cute. So
Yeah.
floofy. Do you know? Sorry.
I mean, so now at this point, he's 5 months old, I guess, about 5 months old. We're getting there. He's already big. Like, he's a big guy. But still so cute. He's like maybe, a fifth of the size of his mom. I saw videos that people posted. I don't know if it was the day he made his debut, but it may have been because I think Disney put out some videos that day of like all the cast members being so excited for him. But he was like hiding in the bushes. He was so nervous and he was so shy to come out.
Baby.
Yeah, but his mom encouraged him to come out and explore. And once he did, he was out there being the cutest. So go check out Basko. Yeah.
Oh my god, he's so cute. I need to stop staring. I need to scroll because I can't. I'm staring so hard.
We put a couple of the pictures in our notes today just because we had to have visual aid for Basko.
Yeah, so cute.
Yep.
So cute. Anyway.
Well, from one new beginning to a sad ending, let's go to...
That was such a good segue because this article's sad.
We're going to go over and, if you were wondering, because at some point, Josh D'Amaro gave fans of the Halcyon a little bit of hope. And he said that they're going to find a future, basically. In as many words, I'm paraphrasing, but he did say that Disney was going to find a new purpose or new use or something for the Galactic Star Cruiser.
Oh, well, and did they?
And they have. I don't know that this is what anybody expected, but they have found a use for it. So a report from The Wrap says that the former Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser will be turned into offices for Walt Disney Imagineering.
Nice.
Yeah, this is very sad. I mean, I feel I'm laughing right now, but it's not because like I know there were a lot of people that were employed as part of the Galactic Star Cruiser, specifically got hired as cast members that worked on the Galactic Star Cruiser. And I feel really sad that, things didn't work out for them. I just feel like I remember when we first started talking about the Galactic Star Cruiser and we started getting pricing information and things. And at the time I was like, this is just not going to work, is it? Like, it's just not. And to Disney's credit, I will say the people who did it loved it. They raved about it. Like Nate told us all about it. He actually did it a couple of times and thought it was amazing. And I would have loved to be able to experience it, but it was not in a price range that I could afford. And I gotta say, I think the whole LARPing aspect of it should have been a little more like you can opt in or you can just like hang out and explore and enjoy being on this space cruise. And I guess you didn't really have to do all that stuff, but you were highly encouraged from what I could tell. Like, and that was part of the whole thing. If you were going to get the full experience about, the Galactic Star Cruiser, you really had to be part of it. But I don't know. I think that probably made some people shy away once they started hearing about that, because not everybody wants to do that. Like if you're an introverted person or, shy in any way. I consider myself a introverted extrovert, and I still would hesitate.
A question.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I don't know if this would work, but like follow me on this journey of how my brain just worked. Wouldn't it have been a cooler option if you like just maybe made it so it was like a resort. Okay, just picture this. A resort. So it's like you can go explore it. You can get a drink at the bar. And then if you choose to, you could pay X amount to sleep there.
Oh,
wouldn't that have made more sense so that anyone could experience it? You would get the money because people would go get drinks or eat there. Like, I know that there were other experiences, so don't get me wrong, this isn't a perfect idea. But in order to preserve I don't know. I feel like they could have tweaked it to make it more like add this experience on, like how they do the droid and the lightsaber training.
Yeah.
Or lightsaber building. Sorry, not well, they do lightsaber training, I think, in the thing.
Yeah,
but
they did.
They could have had that as like an add-on.
Yeah.
Like, and then you could like a la carte it. And then you would still employ all those cast members. And then if you wanted to spend the extra X amount, you could. But if you're a local and you don't really can't afford the staycation of it all, you could at least experience it. I feel like that could have worked, maybe.
I think you're right. I think there was definitely some sort of a hybrid option they could have done here to keep it alive and let people keep experiencing it. I mean, I think probably they could have even made it something where, hey, we're doing these excursions from Batuu to go visit the Star Cruiser. It's $50 a person, because I don't think you want to just let everybody go over there. Because if you were staying there, then it's going to be too crowded with people just coming over and, sitting in the bar or whatever they're doing. And I would say if you chose to stay there, you would need some sort of priority access to be able to do the stuff that they were doing.
Yeah. No, I mean, not a perfect idea by any means, but like the concept definitely, I think, would work.
But I've heard other people also say, like, they could have just, instead of even, like, take away the option to stay there, just make it something where, it's just a day thing. So, yeah, I think that there were other options. I think you're right. And who knows why? They decided against all that. Maybe from a staffing perspective, it just would have been too expensive to maintain it the way that they were. Who knows? But it's just sad, like, to end up as offices, especially. And I'll say this too. If you've seen the building from the outside, it's just basically like a big concrete complex. Like, it doesn't look like anything, and there are no windows. So it's going to be sort of depressing offices as well.
Well, they got to go somewhere, I guess.
Yeah. If it were me, I'd claim the bridge as my office. I'm like, I'm working up there. That could be like one big screen.
Oh my God. Do you really think they're going to leave like all that stuff? Like, they're not going to just switch out the inside? Like, could you imagine? I mean, I could imagine, but that would be so funny.
It'd be awesome.
That would be so funny.
It would be such a shame, though, to just gut that thing.
I mean, but I don't know. In my head, that is what they're going to do. And they're going to just... I don't know. I
guess all the little individual cabins could easily be converted to individual offices.
Yeah. And that's what I'm thinking. They're just going to rip it. Unless they want to keep, a little bed for nap time.
Yeah.
I don't Imagineers need naps too.
They really do. And I guess then they have a simulated window in their office. They can look out and see space.
Yeah, but then they go outside and they're like, oh my goodness. Well.
Well, anyway. R.I.P. Galactic Star Cruiser. I mean, this sort of, to me, feels like this is like a nail in the coffin. And that's sad. Sad days. Sure. I didn't want this thing to fail. I just didn't think it was set up for success.
Yeah, honestly, very valid. I will say, like, everything that I heard, I mean, not everything, but like the overall experience, I think is a positive. But I just think between the price point, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
If only we could have tried it, but too late.
I know.
It's too late, baby. Now it's too late. Speaking of too late, another closing announcement. Why are we reeling in at the end with some sad stuff? It is confirmed that Jellyrolls Dueling Piano Bar will be closing at Disney's Boardwalk after nearly 30 years on Disney's Boardwalk. Jellyrolls is making a move. Come celebrate with us into the spring season and keep your eyes on our social media for exciting new updates. So that means we have no real plan except that they're closing. Yeah, I would imagine. So people have been sort of asking around about where Jellyrolls might be going. I don't think it's going to be on Disney property. I would expect, this is just me speculating. I have no insider information about this, but I would expect to see it maybe end up somewhere on like iDrive or something,
Like, I could see it doing well. It's going to need to be in a touristy area, maybe a place where they'd get some foot traffic, or at least, you know, a place that's already drawing people, like Icon Park or something, maybe somewhere over there. Stephers and I were talking about this before the show, and neither one of us have actually been into Jellyrolls.
No. No, we haven't.
I've walked by it a lot.
That's not helpful.
One of the things that kept me out of there, I mean, I'm a cheapskate. They always charge a cover charge.
Oh, do they really?
Yeah.
Even if you're a pass holder?
Yeah. Well, it's a independent place. It's not a Disney place.
Oh.
It was just on Disney property. But it looked like it was a lot of fun, and I do hope that they have a new home. Maybe, I'm sure they've already got something planned if they're saying, like, watch our social media. It says they're making a move. It doesn't say closing, so.
Making money moves.
Yeah. So I do hope for a bright future for Jellyrolls, and I hope it's somewhere where, you know, people who love it can still access it pretty easily. But yeah, it's sad. I do love a dueling piano bar. It's good times. If you've never done that, it's a fun thing to do.
Yeah, they have one at Universal. Is Pat O'Brien's the dueling piano bar? I might be wrong. I can't even think right now. They have one at City Walk, but I don't think I've been to one, but it sounds like a fun concept.
It's usually pretty fun. They play, you know, they're playing songs that everybody knows. It's the whole idea is you get drunk and just sing a bunch of songs while
that's
the idea.
That tracks, actually.
And it's a good time. So,
you know what else is a good time?
Valentine's Day.
I was going to say the season of love, but yes, Valentine's. Love. Yeah. This is something I kind of just mentioned to Justin that I feel like we should talk about since we are the foodies of the foodie community. There are some special Valentine's Day treats that you can get at Disney World. Disney Springs has some stuff. And the parks have various items. So I just figured we could, glaze through some of these. I'm funny.
Funny choice of words.
Yeah, I try. I'm going to do the park stuff. I mean, Amorette's and the Ganachery and a couple other places at Disney Springs have some stuff, but I think the parks I want to talk about the parks.
Okay.
Because Woody's Lunchbox at Hollywood Studios has a chocolate-covered strawberry lunchbox tart. And let me tell you something. I've been to Woody's Lunchbox maybe twice, but like once where I ordered food and I didn't eat somebody else's food. I love their tarts. Maybe I'm just overhyping this, but I love their tarts. So I would gladly delight in some chocolate pastry filled with strawberry jam, topped with I don't know about the fondant, strawberry crust, pink curls, and heart sprinkles. I'm just saying, I would do it. Period.
It looks good. Does it say? It says it's a chocolate pastry because it kind of looks like graham cracker in the picture. But yeah, that sounds good. It's probably just the cocoa powder, like in the mix. If you have never stopped at Woody's Lunchbox, one thing you
Tachos.
Yeah, tachos for sure. But one thing you should know about it, they also have really good, their breakfast menu's good. So I would recommend going over there. But one thing you should know is the seating can get kind of competitive. And I think nowadays they try to watch it so that you have to actually be someone who's getting food there to get a table. And they do have like standing tables and stuff, but people will go and they're like, not all the tables are covered or in the shade. It can get kind of brutal. So just FYI, that's something to be aware of. But the good thing about a tart is you can walk and eat a tart. You can walk and eat tachos too, but
that sounds
be messy.
Yeah, that sounds like a challenge, which I mean, we could do it, but I don't recommend unless you have a Tide pen or a new shirt.
Let's be honest, even if I'm sitting at a table, I'm probably getting tachos on myself, so.
Also true.
I'm a messy eater, my friends.
I'm a mess. Never mind.
Is that's the only thing in the parks that's listed?
No. Scroll down. Magic Kingdom. Oh, in that park, yes. Oh, yeah, okay. I don't know why this is organized the way it is. However, maybe it's geographically.
It could be.
Geographically.
Yeah, well, okay, so let's go to Magic Kingdom. The Sunshine Tree Terrace. Available February 1st through the 14th. So just a couple of weeks. The I Lava You Float is back.
Woo!
At the Sunshine Tree Terrace. A vibrant mix of Fanta strawberry and passion fruit flavor paired with Dole Whip orange and topped with popping candy, or as we call them, Pop Rocks. I've gotten this before and it's amazing.
Yeah, I really like it too.
Really, really good. So go check that out. They had one for a while that was like chocolate and strawberry. And
they have one. Wait, because they had two, the lava float, and didn't they have a Peter Pan one too?
I think the Peter Pan one came from a different booth, but yes, there was one. It came from Fantasyland. What's the name?
True. That would make sense. It had a feather in it. I remember it had a feather, but
and
I don't remember the name
it was like lime Dole Whip.
Yeah.
But I would say
there was a chocolate one.
There was. It was like themed after Red the Pirate. I think it was called Red's Revenge, is what it was called.
Oh, okay. I think I remember the name. I don't remember what it was though.
And it was great. I think that was like May's favorite treat she's ever had from the parks. Let me tell you this. Sometimes if things aren't on the menu, but it's something they've had before, you should ask them when you walk up if they can make it, because sometimes they still can. It just depends on if they have the stuff.
Ooh, insider info.
Yeah. So you may not necessarily be able to mobile order because it's not on the menu, but if you walk up and you ask them, hey, and they'll like, if they've got multiple flavors of the Dole Whip, they'll layer it for you. They'll do whatever you want. Usually.
I love that.
Yeah.
Hype.
So I always say you go with the option of you ask a cast member if it's something that you are interested in or curious about, and maybe they make magic for you, maybe they don't, but you might as well ask.
What's the worst that could happen? They say, no, get out of here.
They're not going to say.
They probably wouldn't say the last. Yeah, I was going to say they probably wouldn't say the last part, but worst thing they could say is no. And even then, you could still leave with a delicious treat.
I got to tell you, though, I'm looking at the over at Animal Kingdom Lodge. They've got
that moose cake?
That Valentine moose cake. That looks really good. Yeah.
I'm wild about you.
Oh, it's so sweet. You can get it from the Mara, February 1st through the 14th. Mobile order available. And then also at the Polynesian, the Heart Float looks really good, too. Wow. Actually, that looks great. So,
it does.
Okay. Polynesian Resort, you go to Pineapple Lanai. You could get a Banffy Rosa Regale. Sparkling red with Dole Whip raspberry garnished with fresh raspberries and strawberries. Oh,
it looks really good. It looks really pretty, and it's very Instagrammable.
Oh yeah,
on theme, on brand.
You know, Valentine's Day is my perfect time of year because there's plenty of pink drinks available all over the place.
That is true, but let's be real. Even if it wasn't Valentine's Day, you'd still manage to find the one pink drink.
I mean, I absolutely would. I'm just saying it's easier when it's Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
In the past, we've done shows where we've talked about like the most romantic things you could do around the parks on Valentine's Day. I highly recommend. I'll probably link in the show notes the all-time classic episode we did. Where we gave our recommendations for most romantic rides you could ride around the park for Valentine's Day. But I just want to say, I don't think we said this at the time because I don't even think it was a thing. I think a Sunset Skyliner ride on Valentine's Day is the way to go.
Oh, yeah, that's cute.
Yep. If you're
unless it's raining and storming, but I don't think it really rains that much in February. But then again, it's Florida, so like it could, but
it shouldn't be rainy and stormy, but it could. Of course, it could. But just imagine you either way, like heading to you could ride it to the Riviera and then go up to Topolino and have yourself a nice romantic drink.
Topolino's always. Period. Enough said. Topolino's will always be my recommendation.
Okay, wait, we're stacking this up. This is perfect.
No, stop stacking things.
No, we're stacking it. So you start in France, right? You enjoy. Okay. You can go get a crepe in France that you can split, savory, sweet, whichever crepe you want to get. Have yourself a nice glass of champagne while you're in France with your crepe.
Okay.
Finish that around this time. You got sunset rolling in. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Go get on the Skyliner. Take it to the Riviera. You're gonna have nice views. You get to cuddle up. Hopefully, you get a gondola to yourself. But if not, who cares? People like to watch. No, I'm just kidding.
I can't believe you just said that. He's not wrong, but I just can't believe he acknowledged it. Anyway, continue with your sunset voyeurism gondola ride.
So, Skyliner ride to the Riviera, and then you don't need reservations because Topolino Bar, you can go up to the bar, and they've got some high top tables, and you can sit at the bar, and you can order off the menu. So, get you a couple appetizers, have a nice drink. At this time, the sun's gone down. And if you've timed it right or you hang out long enough, you can go out on the patio and watch the fireworks from Epcot to top it all off.
Aw, that's pretty cute.
That, I'm telling you, that might be the best Valentine's recommendation we've ever given on this podcast.
Yes, I'm going to just say yes. It's safer if I say yes. It's 100% safer if I say it. Also, though, if you don't have tickets to the parks, I highly recommend the mini golf courses. I've only done the Fantasia one, but if you want to do a cute little date night, but you don't have tickets to the parks or whatever, you could do some mini golf, then catch some dinner at Topolino's and watch fireworks too.
Oh, and you can make that happen. No, I'm just saying. I'm building on what you're saying. You can make that happen because the Fantasia golf course is right beside the Swan and Dolphin Resort. So you could play your mini.
Oh, you're so smart.
So you can play your mini golf there, and then you can hop on the boat over to the International Gateway, or you can just walk along the boardwalk because that's a nice thing to do.
Yeah, a little romantic stroll.
Yep.
Except if she's wearing heels, maybe offer to carry her.
That's true. This wouldn't be that would not be a day to wear heels, I would say. But ladies are going to dress up when they want to dress up. So
correct. Y'all can slay.
Yeah, I would say if your partner is wearing heels, you need to adjust to that plan and just make sure that you don't hurt that person's feet. So, but you can hop on the boat, get over to the Skyliner, and then there you are, back to Topolino. So this is great.
Wow. We gave you some great nuggets of information here. I gotta say, I'm proud of us.
Yeah, I actually did see today that the Swan and Dolphin posted on their Instagram they have a frozen espresso martini available at Cabana now.
Ooh, I love a frozen drink. Love it.
People love the espresso martini. I can't believe that it's had the staying power that it has. I kind of thought it was going to be like a phase, kind of like you don't really hear so much about Aperol Spritz anymore. I think people still do it, but
I don't even know what that is. But yeah,
it's like a sparkly wine with Aperol in it.
I don't know what Aperol is. Let me rephrase. I knew the Spritz part. I just didn't know what the Aperol is. Like, I don't think I've ever had it. So one day.
I'm surprised by that. I've got it, Stephers. So when you come to town.
Next time. Let's go. Yeah, I need a break, though. Your girl already has a headache.
Well, we're talking about April. Drinking. So I think you'll be bounced back by then.
Yep. Oh, gosh,
hey,
hopefully.
So this is a good opportunity now. We got to remind you all. So we've got a couple things coming up. We've got April 1st is Living with the Landon. That is our marathon day where we're Landon. This was Landon's baby, his brainchild, but he's turning 40 on April 1st, 2025.
It is not a joke.
It's not a joke. This is not a trick, even though that is April Fool's Day. And I noticed there's no concert at Epcot that day, which I think is good because that means maybe encouraging less people to be there. It's a Tuesday. So we are going to be riding Living with the Land all day long. Why are we doing that? Well, we're doing it to raise money for a good cause. Landon picked the Second Harvest Food Bank of East Tennessee, specifically the Food for Kids program. And you can join in our fundraising efforts by visiting livingwiththelandon.com. There's a form you can fill out, and you can either make a pledge based on how many rides we complete on Living with the Land, or you can do a one-time donation. Either way, that form will send a email to us at mondaymorningmonorail@gmail.com. And then after we do the event, we're going to respond to everybody, and we'll let you know how many laps Landon completed and how to complete your donation. It's all honor system. It's up to you to do it, but we trust you all. We don't have fake friends or fake fans in the Monday Morning Monorail fam.
Exactly. We don't.
Y'all are real. You're real people, and we love you for it. So all the information's available on livingwithlandon.com. Go check that out. And then I just wanted to say, if you are in the Monday Morning Monorail fam on Facebook, you can join that group. It's a open group for all members. We did post an event for May the 16th, which is the unofficially official day where we're going to marathon Muppet Vision 3D and say farewell to our beloved Muppet Courtyard. Really, the whole darn thing.
Pour one out for all the homies.
I guess we should plan a dinner at Pizza Rizzo that night.
Okay. Well, y'all have fun with that. I hope you enjoy your time.
Well, I'm going to. I will. I wonder how many.
I meant the Pizza Rizzo. I meant the Pizza Rizzo part, not the Muppet Vision 3D.
It's all going to be good, especially if we've got a big group of friends there. It's going to be great. I know Cocktail Bob's going to be out of town because he'll actually be at Disneyland at that time.
Stinky.
Yeah.
But Disneyland is fun, so that's okay.
Yeah. But Theme Park Rob has already committed to being my co-host for this event, so he'll be there.
Oh, my Disney dad, Theme Park Rob.
Yeah. He'll be there.
I know you're Zaddy Monorail, but like Theme Park Rob is Disney dad.
It's a different thing.
Gosh, I hope so.
Also, you mentioned Jeremy earlier. We should say Jeremy hosts a podcast called Main Street Magic with his wife, Rhonda, and they are doing their Main Street 16 event that weekend. So he's going to join us at least in the morning and come.
Oh, yay!
He's going to come watch Muppet Vision with us. Yeah. So anybody else who can show up, we'd love to see you. And I mean, if we have a modest group or a big group, it'll be either way. It's going to be fun.
Listen, I'm not saying I'm more important than the Muppets, right? But there is a high probability that you will see me for Living with the Landon, and it is such a good cause that maybe prioritize that and see Stephers. I'm just saying, like, see Landon, that's his birthday, but like see Stephers because
yeah,
I feel like Landon comes down pretty often, which is great. But this might be my only time, like my only trip to Orlando this year. So
yeah, you got to see Stephers. I feel like we're going to have to find a way to get you down for Epic, though. It's your 30th this year.
I understand, but like, is money going to fall off a tree, dude? I don't know.
Maybe we're podcast famous by then. I don't know. All
right. Well, let's put that out in the universe. And I'd love to. However, the finances are not financing right now. So I don't know if I can swing that.
I understand. But if we can make that happen, that would be cool. Right now, should I put this out? I guess I'll put it out.
No. Don't put it out.
About Epic?
I don't know.
This is an Epic thing.
Oh, okay. Then you can put it out.
Okay. I was just going to say, for sure, I'll be there May 31st. So.
Oh, yay. Yeah. We mentioned that, I think, when you first bought your ticket.
Yeah. And Cocktail Bob will be there for that. That's why I picked that day.
Yeehaw.
So I don't know how much we'll get to do that day.
Probably like 2 things. But, it's for the experience, not necessarily for activities, really.
And let's be super honest. If it's very, very busy that day and we can't do anything, we'll probably just head up to the rooftop bar at the Helios Grand Hotel.
I honestly respect that decision.
Yeah, it's going to be great. I'm very excited. Speaking of Universal, before we go, Mardi Gras started this weekend. So I want to mention that because that is in contention to be one of my favorite park festivals, like hands down. I love Mardi Gras. If you've never gone to it, you've never been a part of it, you've heard me rave about it in the past, but the Mardi Gras parade can't be beat. It's so much fun. All the food booths, the drinks, you got to go get the Bloody Mary. Bob told me this year they're not doing, last year they put a hot chicken slider on top of the
I remember that.
Bloody Mary.
I remember that.
This year it's like they're doing a deconstructed BLT thing. I don't know. It doesn't look as good, but I'm still going to go get that Bloody Mary. Believe you me. And also the Red Coconut Club has been converted to the Cursed Coconut Club for Mardi Gras. So I'll probably make my way up there at some point as well. But go check it out. I really do. And T-Pain played this weekend. I wanted to go see him. I didn't get to go see him yesterday. But there's a lot of good, like DJ Pauly D is going to be there this year. I mean, come on. There's going to be some fun acts for you to go check out. I
love that was the one you wanted to highlight. But, it's fine. It's fine.
That sounds like a good time to me.
It doesn't sound like a bad time, but like that's your highlight, and that cracks me up. Actually, it's fine.
In fairness, right now I can't remember any of the other people that are going to be there, but it's all through. I think it's through the end of March is the Mardi Gras festival. So go check that out. And then lastly, it is Black History Month. So last year, every episode during Black History Month, we highlighted members of the Black community that have contributed to theme parks and in one way or the other. And I really recommend going and checking out those episodes. We had a good time learning about a lot of like Imagineers and people who, have committed to theme parks, not just Disney and Universal, but contributed from the past. Lots of names that are good to know. So go check all that out as well. Mm-hmm. All right.
Also, I just want to let you know, he said DJ Pauly D, right? Let's just let that be known. All Time Low, Foster the People, and Joe Jonas.
That's right.
I'm just letting y'all know. He went to DJ Pauly D. That's all I got to say about that. Anyway, Mardi Gras, great time at Universal. I don't know if they're doing the like $200 or $120 lanyard where you can take it to the food booths. Like it's like a prepaid thing. But look into that if they are. Mardi Gras is definitely one of my favorite. Like obviously Halloween Horror Nights is one of my favorite events, or if not my favorite event at Universal, but Mardi Gras is like that season is really, the atmosphere is just different.
It is.
Like, it's like happy and like party, but not like let's get drunk
not
and
crazy.
Swing. Yeah. It's a great time for sure.
Yeah, I would say that's really, really fair. That'd be exactly how I would describe it too. It's good vibes.
Mm-hmm.
If you're looking for good vibes.
Good vibes. And I think they have a cute little alligator. Is it an alligator? It has to be an alligator popcorn bucket.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cute little king gator popcorn butter. Yeah, it's so cute.
Yeah.
Anyway, check that out. Do all the things. I know that we usually talk Disney, but that's our plug for Universal for today.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do another Across the Universal Steffers. We gotta put these on the calendar because otherwise
we really do, but we don't do that. We just show up, and provide y'all with the latest and greatest.
Yeah.
At the Disney parks.
Our plan for next week, if you're a fan of the M3-4D series, we're going to bring back M3-4D, and I think we're going to talk about the Universe of Energy / Ellen's Energy Adventure.
Woohoo!
So
Ellen.
Yeah.
Wait, Ellen got canceled, right? Did Ellen not get canceled? I don't know. Anyway.
She did, but then she also came back.
Moved. Okay, well, it is one of my favorite old rides from the parks. So, sorry, not sorry, but yeah. I loved it.
Well, and you had Jamie Lee Curtis involved. For those of us who love her, she's a screen queen. And then you had Bill Nye involved.
Bill Nye, the science guy. Bill. All right, I'm sorry. I'm done.
So we'll get into all that when we talk about the Universe of Energy, but that's to look forward to next week. For now, we're going to wrap up the show. Steffers,
that's me.
Tell us all about your Twitch streaming career.
Oh, my career. I don't know. Maybe one day it'll be a career. But Wednesdays and Fridays and then Saturdays, I stream on Twitch. And I play video games. I'm almost done with Final Fantasy VII Remake, which is really exciting. I should finish that on Wednesday. And then I'm going to play Rebirth. So go me. It's exciting. And then if you want to just watch the replays, YouTube. I edit it for you, so it's not me screaming half the time. And you can Adventures with Stephers on YouTube, too. Honestly, it's Adventures with Stephers on everything.
That's right. Adventures with Stephers everywhere. You also post clips on your TikTok.
Oh, yeah. Well...
And I think that it's very funny because most of your clips, you're just going, what is happening?
That is something so pure. I'm just like, I don't know anything about the franchise. And I'm like, what? Did he die? And then I'm like freaking out. And I'm like, and then each like thing I fight reminds me of some other like thing like demigorgons or like dementors or what. And I'm just like, huh? Yeah. What? It's so funny.
It is funny.
It's so funny.
It's a good time. So support your local Steffers. Go follow Adventures with Steffers.
Well, there's an S, man. There's an S.
On everything. And make sure subscribe to the Twitch, subscribe to the YouTube. And that way Steffers will have money to celebrate her 30th birthday at Epic Universe.
Well, way to put the pressure on there, bud.
I'm just telling them that they can, if they do this, they're supporting their friend Steffers. And they should.
I appreciate it.
Also, support Landon. He's THEDOZ on the blue ski, as he would typically say.
I love that. You did it.
And he tweets, or not tweets, he skeets. They call him skeets on Blue Sky.
That's disgusting.
I don't support that, but that's what it's called.
No, we're not saying that.
I'm just saying what people call it.
That's a choice, y'all. That's a choice.
Yeah. But he does occasionally. He also hangs out in our Discord, the Monday Morning Monorail Fam Discord. He's also a member of the Monday Morning Monorail Fam Facebook, so you can see him in all those places. But if you want to hear him on the radio, he broadcasts from Knoxville, Tennessee, 6 to 10 a.m. Monday through Friday, newstalk987.com. You can stream it, and you can hear Landon on the Phil Show. He's the producer of the Phil Show. So he actually gets paid to do this kind of stuff. We don't.
No.
So,
but one day we're manifesting that for ourselves.
Yes, we will. Someday when I'm awfully low, maybe I'll get paid to be a singer. Do you think I could do that?
Do you want me to be honest with you, or?
You haven't really heard me belt at Steffers. I'm not going to do it right now, but.
Okay. I believe you. I got a voice.
Landon and I used to be singers back in the day. We never sang together, but both of us were in like a cappella groups and stuff. It's weird. We have very similar backstories, he and I.
That does not surprise me in the slightest.
Yeah. Space camp, drama kids.
Space camp.
Yeah, it's all true. And that made us the weird adults that we are today.
Accurate.
You can follow me on social media if you want to. It's Justin_Monorail. I do have a X, but it's private now because I don't want to support that. So I'm on Blue Sky. I'm on Instagram, which I realize is still supporting an evil empire. But I would rather you hang out with us on Facebook and in the Discord. Follow at Morning Monorail on Instagram. Follow at Morning Monorail on TikTok. Please do those things because those help us out.
And sub to our TubeU.
Yes. Yeah. Monday Morning Monorail on YouTube.
Then you can see our faces. Listen,
doing the thing.
That's a value prop right there.
And you can see my invisible mug. Woohoo!
Yeah, it's really. I mean, maybe not this episode. This episode, I'm looking a little haggard, but every other episode, I come to slay.
Slay all day, every day, and drink rosé.
Period.
That's what Stephers does.
That's a lie. I do like rosé though, but no more drinking for Stephers. That's too much.
She's done.
I'm done for like a week, and then we'll try again. I did dry January, so now I just and I'm like not eating as much as I usually do, so I just it be hitting, dude. It be hitting.
I get it. Yeah. Hey, the advantage there is you save yourself money because if you don't drink as much,
I'm a cheap date.
You're a cheap date.
Exactly. Love to see it.
Yeah.
You understand me.
All right, everybody. We don't think you're cheap dates. We love you so much. You are the best fans in the world. We love the Monday Morning Monorail family. Thank you for hanging out with us today. Thanks for telling friends about us. We appreciate you when you do that. And thanks for helping us with our fundraisers and things. You're the best. And, you know, we're just happy that you're here. Even if all you do is show up just to listen to the podcast, we're grateful and thankful for you. And we hope that you are set up for a wonderful February. If you don't have a Valentine, you can be our Valentine.
Oh, yeah. Monorail Valentine. Dab, dab.
Oh, my God. We should have thought about this before. I always have these ideas when it's too late. It would be really fun to do exchange Valentines with everybody.
Well, we still can. It just would have to be a virtual Valentine. We could do that. It's not the same, but I'm just trying to help you live your best life.
I know. I'm just trying to think because I want to send people lollipops.
Okay, but you also have to do. You remember those when the candies had the cards?
That's what I'm talking about.
And it's really punny or silly, cringy.
Yeah,
do you
I'm a sucker
me?
for
Check
you.
yes, check no.
That's a Jonas Brothers song.
That is a Jonas Brothers song, and I didn't even say that. Justin said it.
It'll be Joe Jonas's face, a lollipop, and it'll say, "I'm a sucker for you." That's what I want to send to everybody. He didn't sing that, did he? Who sings that? Is it? Wait, let me think of the Jonas Brothers names.
We're getting off the rails here, y'all.
Kevin?
That's one of them, yes.
Joe,
that is not that one.
And
Christmas.
Peppermint Jonas. I don't know.
Nick! Saint Nick!
Oh, Nick.
I like Christmas thinking you would say...
well, Merry Peppermints to everybody. We're going to wrap this up.
See you next week with another M34 day.
That's right. So until then, thank a team member, thank a cast member, be excellent to each other, and party on, dudes. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.